There's nothing worse than a nice day at the beach completely ruined by getting a face full of spray sunscreen. It is disgusting. If you've been there, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. You taste it, your eyes start to burn. You just want to get up and move your blanket and your beach ball and go somewhere else. We have that happen to us all the time. Sarah Outlaw here from Natural Health Improvement Center of South Jersey and Natural Health Improvement Center of Des Moines, and I'm talking today about sunscreens and the toxicity that they can cause your body. Now, sunscreen has been touted to be very important, right? Because you want to prevent skin cancer, but what we've noticed is that there have been a lot of new reports coming out about the dangers of sunscreen and how sunscreen can actually be cancer causing, carcinogenic, and cause your body more problems than anything else. Many people who wear sunscreens all the time are actually getting melanoma and other skin cancers because of the sunscreen. Why? Well, what happens is when you put a toxic sunscreen on your skin, the sun heats it up and it actually activates the cancer causing chemicals, pushing them deep into the skin and actually making them more carcinogenic, and it causes cellular mutations that cause cancer. All it takes is one mutation of one little cell to contribute to a cancer, and then you have cancer. So you want to really be careful what you put in the skin. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what kind of chemicals that there are in sunscreens, and also what things you can avoid by using a non-toxic sunscreen. So oxybenzone is the most toxic chemical in sunscreens. You want to definitely not use that one. It is a hormone disruptor. It affects the immune system. It mimics estrogen, which means it is a big time hormone disruptor. You don't want anything in your body or on your body that disrupts your hormone production, because it can mess you up later in life, especially our children. You don't want anything to mimic estrogen, because then they will develop breasts too soon, get their periods too soon, have all sorts of hormone problems. It can lead to infertility later in life. The next one on the list that is really terrible is oxyzonate or ethylhexyl, and that is a hormone disruptor and also has reproductive toxicity. These types of chemicals can cross the blood-brain barrier and cause problems to the baby in utero, and also it's harmful to children because their brains are still developing. So you do not want to have sunscreens that have these chemicals in it. Medium toxicity is homosalates, octosalates, and octocrylene. These are really hard to say. Here's a good here's good information. If you can't say it, don't put it on your skin, because it's ridiculous. So these are have toxicity to the body, and you can look these up on the EWG website, ewg.org. But what I really wanted to talk to you about, some of the things that have the lowest toxicity, and that's zinc oxide. Zinc oxide, it has the lowest toxicity to the human body because it is a mineral and it's not nanotechnology. So you want to look for a non-nano zinc. We have noticed that titanium dioxide, which is in a lot of sunscreens that are considered natural, actually can be toxic to the body in small amounts, even though it's low on the toxicity list. So titanium dioxide is coming up, and we're noticing specifically if it's a nanotechnology-based titanium dioxide, you don't want that. You don't want a nanotech in your system. It's almost like being inserted with a computer chip. It's kind of freaky. So you want non-nano zinc oxide, non-nano titanium dioxide for everything you use. So those are some chemicals that you want to avoid. You can look them up at the EWG website, ewg.org, and see how your sunscreen measures up. So when you go outside, here are some tips. If you have to be outside, try to be outside during the low sun parts of the day. Sun is good for your skin in small amounts. You actually don't want to get burnt to a crisp, but you don't want to avoid the sun. So wear a hat, wear light clothing, make sure that you're not in the sun for more than a few hours at a time, and just try not to get burnt. There are some natural sunscreens that you can use. You can put coconut oil on the skin, just make sure it's fully absorbed before you go outside, or you'll bake like a potato chip, so you don't really want that. And there's also some essential oils that you can use to make your own. I do have a make your own recipe at realfoodoutlaws.com for sunscreen that actually has a bug repellent component to it, so you can check that out at realfoodoutlaws.com if you'd like. But if you don't want to make your own, I have an amazing suggestion, Beauty Counter, which I represent. We use Beauty Counter products on ourselves and in our office, and we have for almost 3 years, and we love them because they test well and they're rated very, very well, and the company is very high ethics and they don't compromise, and they've done really, really well at giving us non-toxic products. So I want to show you, we actually have a spray sunscreen now that's not propelled by any propylene glycols or any kind of propellant. And we are able to use this because it's propelled on its own, and it has Really wonderful smell. And I didn't open this one yet. I opened another one earlier, but I forgot to open this one. So I want to show you the active ingredient in the Beauty Counter sunscreen is zinc oxide. And there's nothing in the inactive ingredients that would be yucky. And it's propelled by air, not by a propellant. And I want you to see, because my kids used to be the kids at the beach that were covered in the Badger sunscreen, the mineral sunscreen that turned them white. So they looked like little white ghosts running around, and it would be smeary and it would get in their eyes, and it was horrible. So these type of sunscreens are much better, and they don't pollute everybody around you. So you're not going to be that annoying person with the spray sunscreen that I want to smack at the end of the day at the beach day. So I'm going to put some on here for you and show you how this works. I can figure it out here. All right, hang on a second. Oh, there we go. Can't do it. I unlocked it. There we go, hold on. It's Therapoop. Oh, there it is. Okay, good, ready? So it just sprays out like that, and you just rub it in like this, and it's not going to keep me all white. It's actually not going to keep my arm white. Look at how nice that rubs in. Isn't that cool? It rubs right in. You can't even see it anymore. Your kids aren't going to be the ghost on the beach, and you can actually use the spray. And I held it a little bit close, but you get the idea. You can hold it about an inch away, spray, and it doesn't spray everywhere because it's not aerosol. So it's an amazing thing. They also have a water resistant for 80 minutes sunscreen stick. This is a body stick. You can put this all over your body, which is awesome. My son actually has one of the little ones in his backpack because now that he has recess, he sometimes will have to put it right here. It gets a little burnt right here. So this is the face stick, and this is zinc oxide. And again, the inactive ingredients are very healthy for your body, so you can keep this on you. So I highly recommend these sunscreens. They just revamped their packaging. They just revamped all of the ingredients and upgraded, especially because of the spray sunscreen that they have, to a wonderful formula that works amazing in any kind of sun. And obviously the best way to use it is to apply it and then wait a few minutes, and then you're going to go into the sun after you've applied it, not apply it on the beach and then go right into the sun. That goes for any sunscreen. You don't want the sunscreen to bake, no matter how natural it is. You don't want it to be glowing on your skin, have the sun beating on it, because it's going to activate those types of things. So there are some tips on our sunscreen use. And again, if we go to the beach and we stay all day. We'll get to the beach at 10 o'clock in the morning and we don't leave until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We're in the sun, and we need to be protected from at least some of it, because our shoulders get burnt and our faces get burnt, and we don't want that. So we reapply often on those areas, but we're not afraid of the sun. Okay, so we do get some sunshine on our bodies as much as we can, and I'm not afraid of a nice tan either. So that's what we use. So the Beauty Counter products are completely safe for all ages, from babies all the way up. They don't interact with anything. It's zinc oxide. It's not nanotechnology. There's no titanium dioxide in it. It doesn't turn your skin white, and I actually can't feel it. It smells nice. One of the key ingredients is California poppy, which is wonderful, and that is what we're using this year for our sunscreen as a family. I sell this in my office, and I also have it available online at www.beautycounter.com/Sarah Outlaw. So you're able to purchase it there and get it delivered. I would suggest you ordering it quickly if you want it, though, because it's going to sell out if it hasn't already. I hope it hasn't. I was able to get a bunch. So this is what we're recommending for sunscreen this year. We're not having oxybenzone in anything. We're not having the octinozonates or the ethyl anything. We are not going to toxify our bodies, and we're not going to contribute to cancer. There's nothing more heartbreaking to me than seeing people slather the chemical sunscreens on their babies, thinking that they're doing a good thing, and then having them out in the sun, and I can see that chemical sunscreen is actually baking in and causing cellular damage and can even cause cell death. And you really want to just be careful about what you're putting on your body. Cheap is not always better, so just be careful about that. Another ingredient that you want to avoid in a sunscreen that I didn't mention is fragrances, because those are toxic, and that's one of the reasons why it makes people sick on the beach when they spray these sunscreens, because the aerosol and the fragrance that goes, it just gets in your mouth, gets in your throat, and it burns your eyes and your ears, and you just want to run away. These don't do that. You're not going to have that effect. You're going to have a really wonderful, lightly scented, naturally scented, essential oil scented sunscreen that's actually healthy for your body. Just put it on the key burn areas and leave the rest exposed, and get the sunshine. Get the vitamin D this year. You really need it. So if you have any questions, let me know. Again, you can order it at www.beautycounter.com/Sarah Outlaw, or you can, if you're at the office, I have a few in stock, but not very many. You can pick them up, cash and carry here. Have a great day. Make somebody smile today and get some sun.